Welcome to today's Explainer. We're tackling a really fun, fascinating topic today. What does it actually take to park a brand new Mercedes in your driveway before you even hit 30? You know, if you spent any amount of time scrolling online, you'd probably think you need to be a hotshot tech founder with a billion-dollar exit, or maybe some massive viral sensation just to afford a premium luxury car. But today, we're going to completely dismantle that idea. We are looking at the real, totally attainable career paths that unlock early luxury vehicle ownership. And the best part? You don't ever need to start your own business or launch a YouTube channel to do it.
Okay, let's dive into this because it is absolutely time to shatter the whole fake guru myth once and for all. You literally do not need to be a millionaire founder to drive a luxury car in your 20s. The internet has severely skewed our perception of wealth and success. The reality is far more grounded, and frankly, it's way more accessible if you just choose the right path and apply yourself.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll unpack this millionaire mess. Then, we'll break down the actual jobs that pay well, specifically looking at the high-earning tech path, traditional powerhouse careers, and the product manager route. After that, we'll hit the all-important financial reality check to learn how to actually keep that wealth, before finally getting to the fun part, picking out your first Mercedes. Starting off with Section 1, the millionaire myth, unveiling the reality. The honest truth is that all across the USA, Canada, the UK, Australia, and Europe, there are thousands and thousands of young professionals driving premium vehicles, and they're doing it simply because they strategically chose realistic, high-paying office careers.
Moving on to Section 2, the high-earning tech path, focusing specifically on software and data. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it introduces us to the insanely lucrative world of modern tech.
I mean, think about it. These fields basically didn't even exist at this massive scale just a few decades ago. But right now, they are the primary engines of new wealth. We're looking at software engineers pulling in anywhere between $90,000 and $180,000 a year. Meanwhile, data analysts and scientists are right there with them, earning between $80,000 and $170,000 annually. And why is that? Because these are the exact people building the websites, the apps, and the complex business software that literally run the modern world. Plus, with the absolute explosion of AI and big data recently, companies are desperate for professionals who can analyze all that information. Earning at these massive six-figure levels means financing a luxury car while still padding a healthy investment portfolio is a total breeze. So how do you actually get your foot in the door? Well, the requirements are pretty straightforward. You absolutely need strong problem-solving skills and typically an education in computer science. Though actually, a really intensive coding bootcamp is increasingly all you need to get started. But the perks? The perks are what make this path so incredible. Way beyond just the base salary, these roles frequently offer amazing remote flexibility. So yes, you really can work from a hammock on a Tuesday, even if your back might completely regret it later. Add in the performance bonuses and those sweet stock options, and you've got a total compensation package that accelerates your path to luxury ownership incredibly fast. All right, let's shift gears to Section 3, traditional powerhouse careers in finance and law. While the path here is definitely different from tech, the financial ceiling is just astronomical. So, while the tech world is relatively new, these traditional fields have literally been minting high earners for centuries. As we just saw, tech offers a super flexible, often remote lifestyle. But finance and law? Oh, that is a completely different beast. We're talking about incredibly intense, grueling hours that require years of formal, highly specialized education. Look, you might own a luxury car, but let's be real, you'll mostly be driving at home from the office at 2 a.m. However, the trade-off is huge. It comes in the form of massive, life-changing annual bonuses. And here is the jaw-dropping number that makes all those late nights worth it for so many people: $250,000 plus. That right there is the upper-end salary and bonus potential for young investment bankers and corporate lawyers. When you're closing major financial deals and operating at this level, the financial rewards just scale exponentially. Now, to earn that kind of money, investment bankers are working relentlessly, helping companies raise capital and execute major financial deals. Meanwhile, on the legal side, corporate lawyers are navigating the incredibly complex waters of giant contracts and corporate mergers. Yes, the workload is intense. Yes, the years of dedication required are immense, but because the compensation is just so high, young professionals in these specific fields very frequently find themselves buying premium luxury cars within just a few short years of starting out. Next up is Section 4, the product manager route, bridging the gap. This is the perfect middle ground between technical engineering and business strategy. This is such a fascinating career path. Building on what we've already covered, product managers are seeing fantastic earning potential, with average salaries ranging from $110,000 all the way up to $220,000 a year. Whether they're at nimble, fast-paced startups or giant tech behemoths like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, PMs command huge salaries, which are almost always paired with significant stock compensation. Now, the reason they are paid so incredibly well is because of the sheer responsibility they carry. You see, product managers don't necessarily write the code themselves, but they lead the diverse teams that do. They're in the trenches working directly with engineers, designers, and top business executives to create and launch massive digital products to the market. Their high income is just a direct reflection of their ability to successfully guide a team from a simple brainstorm all the way to a highly successful product launch. All right, moving to Section 5, the financial reality check, smart money. We need to do a quick yes, but pivot here to ground ourselves, because making six figures means absolutely nothing if you fall into the trap of poor money habits. I want you to read this harsh truth right here. Many people make six figures but stay broke because of poor money habits. It's brutal, but it's true. A high salary is really only the bait. Smart wealth preservation is the actual catch. Earning the money is literally only half the battle. Knowing how to deploy it is what actually separates those who just look wealthy on Instagram from those who actually are wealthy. So the absolute crucial question is, how do we keep the money we make? It really comes down to this mandatory 4-step procedure. Step 1, build a rock-solid emergency fund. Step 2, invest consistently. You've got to let compound interest do the heavy lifting so your money is working for you while you sleep. Step 3, avoid unnecessary consumer debt like the plague. And Step 4, buy a luxury item, like that Mercedes we've been talking about, only when it fits comfortably within your carefully planned budget. A luxury car should always act as a reward for your hard work. It should never, ever be a crippling financial burden that keeps you up at night. And that brings us to Section 6, your first Mercedes, making the choice. And this brilliantly illustrates the transition from having financial discipline to actually getting to do the fun part. So if you've put in the work, landed the high-paying job, and strictly followed those financial rules, it's finally time to pick out the car. Depending on your income and your savings, smart young professionals typically start with super realistic, accessible models like the Mercedes A-Class, the CLA, or the C-Class. Making the unspoken, completely unrealistic leap straight into a top-tier S-Class or a roaring AMG model for your very first car is a fast track to financial stress, especially when you factor in how quickly ultra-luxury cars depreciate. Cleanly comparing these choices side by side, you can see that recognizing the difference between a smart starter car and an unrealistic leap is a true hallmark of financial maturity. Ultimately, what you should take away from today's explainer is that a dream car like a Mercedes isn't built in one lucky paycheck. It's built through years of learning valuable skills, dedicating yourself to your career growth, and making continuously smart financial choices. If you choose the right realistic profession, keep improving yourself, and let your income grow naturally over time, driving your dream car won't just be some fantasy. It will simply be the natural, inevitable result of your hard work. We've covered a lot today, from software and data to finance and law, all the way to product management. Each path has its own unique demands and some truly incredible rewards. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought to reflect on. Looking at your own strengths, your passions, and your own vision for the future, which of these careers would you choose to build your personal roadmap to success? Think about it. Keep learning, keep pushing yourself, and we'll see you in the next explainer.